Hey, Planeswalkers, Mythras here. Hope you're doing well and staying safe. Today I got a top 50 deck for you, almost 25. This deck has certainly made waves. Not only was it a key deck in the meta, but recently, and maybe this is my giveaway, the Players Tour Finals has really leaned heavily and skewed the field towards this deck. So pretty excited to take a look at it for you here today and play it in best of one as I usually do. This is a great best of three deck. Also, you do see it in best of one time to time again, but not as much as best of three. Now, quickly, before we get started, I just want to say thank you. We've had explosive growth recently, just hitting 650 subscribers, so thank you guys very much. Appreciate your support. Please continue to do so, or feel free to continue to do so by subscribing down over there. You can like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter and Twitch to stay up to date on awesome content like this. All right, so what is this deck that encompasses pretty much all of last season? Maybe you figured it out by now, but we have a four-color Reclamation deck. So this deck was at one point 26th in the July season. Now, this deck was also piloted by a player by the name of taraaasyk, which I love saying, by the way. So let's go ahead and take a look. I wanted to play the four-color Reclamation deck here, and I will tell you why in a second after we look at this deck list. So this list is available for you down below in the description, so you have access to it right away. We are running 29 lands. And as you can see, we've got a pretty good spread in terms of being able to hit that white. Now, it's pretty interesting because we only have three sources, and that is particularly for tefi. The biggest components here are actually in the sideboard, which we'll get to in a second, because I know many of you play best of three, and that's going to be important. I will take a moment to tell you how to sideboard as well. But before we get there, this deck obviously is waves with the Players Tours Finals. Primarily, I think almost like half the field was temur Reclamation, and Four Color Reclamation type deck. So I should just say Reclamation in general. And I believe half of the top 8 is Reclamation as well. So we obviously, if the whole field's almost that way, you would expect that to be a winner, but we'll find out tomorrow, I guess. I think August 1st is the top 8. Now, with that said, I wanted to play the four-color one because it's great against the mirror match. Additionally, it gives us a little bit different flavor on the old Reclamation, temur Rec kind of style. So with that said, let's go ahead and take a look at the sideboard here. We got Spectral Sailor. Where would I play this? I'd play this in mirror matches, and I would do that. When I say mirror, I'm also going to say general temur Reclamation and Four Color at this point. For the additional draw, I'd probably play this against Flyers, and I would maybe play this against aggro just to kind of slow things down. Next, we got Aether Gust, so perfect against red or green decks. So mono red, mono green, Gruul. This is going to be great against the ramp decks as well as the sack. So ramp, we have Sultai, we got Simic, and we have Bant. And then sack, we got Rakdos and Jund hanging out. Next, we got Negate. So I would play this in the mirror match. So any of the Reclamation decks. Additionally, I'd play this against things like Azor's Control. There is a ton of Izzet around again. So this one's good for Izzet. You could also play Aether Gust and Izzet. And I would maybe play Spectral Sailor as well against the Izzet because they tend to have that flying fairy that gets in pretty quick. Next, we got Justice Strike. So I would play this against aggro decks. So that's going to be mono green, mono red, mono white, mono black. You probably want to play this against the Rakdos Knights. I'm starting to see a lot of that as well. Next, we got Brazen Borrower. So we have one already. I would run two against things like the Reclamation Mirror Match. I would also run this against Azor's Flyers. Additionally, you may want to run this against aggro because you can push them back. Next, we got Deafening Clarion, absolutely against aggro. That's easy peasy there. Solar Blaze, same thing, aggro. Now, difference with Justice Strike and Solar Blaze, this is one creature, this is all. This includes yours, so you got to remember that as well. Pro tip there, don't forget. You might want to sub this for the Wrath, actually, which is the double red. The only advantage that you have here is you don't have to have double red. Next, we have Kenrith, the Returned King. So where would I play this? One, it might not be bad on aggro on the top side. And two, definitely in longer matches, I would play this because it's going to give you a lot of options. The ability to drop Kenrith turn 5 or 6 and pump your creatures with the haste and trample is going to give you a nice little clutch win there as well. So something to keep in mind, and the options are great. Next we got Elder Gargaroth. So this one's pretty cool. Again, M21, we get 3 options here. Create a 3/3 green beast creature token. We can gain 3 life, and we can draw a card. And this is whenever Gargaroth attacks or blocks. So with the Vigilance, we are loading up on each turn, which is pretty awesome. So keep that in mind. Same thing, I would probably play this more towards longer type matches. It's going to be very, very important there. Now, again, quickly here, just to kind of review, we got some aggro-y type stuff, we got some control-y type stuff, and we got some late game type stuff. So I'm going to bucket that into 3 things. You guys can go back and look and kind of see where I said, but what would I pull out? Well, I would heavily focus on this piece here, particularly against aggro. And same thing, if we go the other way against some of the control, I would kind of go more towards the tail end of the deck, as well as some of the ramp type stuff. I would actually maybe drop 1 wilderness, maybe 1 shark and 1 expansion to pull some of these other counters up towards the front. And then it's kind of similar to late game. For these guys, I would do something as well like that. Now, the other kicker here is you could go a little bit lighter on land if you wanted to too. I think going to 26 could be safe, but you just got to be careful on that mana base. All right, enough talking by me and squawking by me. Let us go play this 4-color Reclamation deck, and we will go play in ranked. Again, sadly here, I was not able to pull off the top 1200, but last, that is how life goes. Quickly, just want to say thank you very much before we take on Power Ranger Rosa here, and appreciate your support, your feedback, everything. It's been very wonderful and helpful. Please feel free to subscribe to the channel down there. You can like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter and Twitch to stay up to date as well. I'm going to keep this for a couple reasons, because we have the ramp there, and we can also do 2 free draws. And I say draws in terms of not necessarily being countered. Plus we have Wilderness Reclamation there. We're really going to be happy here. Great, I can play that and pull a red if we want. If we get good old Teferi down here, we should be just fine. Oh, we got it. Maybe. Here comes the blue. Oh, no.
I know my responsibility.
I'm actually going to do that.
Here we go.
There we go. So, good news here.
Oh, I've done the hero thing before.
5. And we're gonna have to go into full control. Oh, it didn't go. That's fine. All right, full control here. We will try this again.
Trust me, I have
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm actually gonna do that. Because we can make this one nice and big. So probably a Nissa here would be my guess. Do I want to pop that back? Sure. One, two, three, four, five, six. We will cycle for 4. There we go. Didn't have to worry because they were not going to be able to do anything there.
Don't worry, I got this.
And we got a nice big flyer here. And let's put him on the board as well. Now we need to remember to use our castle. Boom, there we go. Game 1 in Platinum Tier 4 down. Count it, my friends. So again, season just reset, so that's why we're playing at Platinum. I have not sat and played all day. Apologies, but that is life. I did try and play a little bit this morning, again, to hit the 1200, but unfortunately, not good. All right, can't win them all. We got the qualifier last month, so happy with that. All right, Matthias Mahaya. All right, we go first. We got plenty of lands here. I'm actually going to keep this, though. Green, green, blue, green, green, blue. Lots of lands. I'm doing this because we got plenty of draw and cycle for the deck. And we'll start with that one. All right, aggro it is. Now the question that we have is we could pay 3. I'm wondering if we wait on Tefi here. I think we're going to play it.
This isn't a fight you can win. No, I am not making this up as I go. This is hardly my worst defeat.
Oh, I'm playing my own deck. Good old mono white, red, not white, red. Good old mono red. Let's see here. I'm doing that in case I want to bring Brazen in, but we'll find out. I'm gonna let that one hit. Bring this one in. One, two, three, four, 5, 6. This could be real risky. risky. But I don't know. We'll see. Could have sat, did the Shark Typhoon with a Lofty Denial or something like that. Played a little bit safer. But if I can get through this... Nope, not enough. Should have waited. Misplays on my end, got too greedy. Too greedy against Mateus Maya here. That one I deserved. All right, third and final match here. Now, the one problem with that deck on the main board is, if you recall, we actually don't have any board wipe stuff. So that's absolutely where you would sideboard that in. Again, misplay there towards the end. I got a little too greedy. I should have known better because that is my deck that I love playing, at least the last 2 seasons. And that is just how it goes. So I think we start with Fabled. We pull a green. I'll keep this. So this is probably going to be the Mardu Winata or Winata version deck. Will be my guess. Depending on what we see here. Oh, yep. Something. Boros Hound version. Ooh. X plus... we don't have a red source, though. Which is real bad. I think this is the play, though. See, normally we wouldn't want to give them the thinning here, but I'm going to have to push Alpine back. And we don't have a good way to wipe the board still. Oops. That's a bummer. That is a bummer.
I really should have seen that coming.
That could have been the play, actually. Doubling up there. That would have worked. Oh, here we go. That helps. Probably have lethal though. Bummer, bummer, bummer. Well, how it goes, we still got one, looks like. Whew, actually, I can bring Euro back. All right. It's not going to be enough, though, I don't think. We'll let that go and try and trick them. They're going to have plenty, though. They'll leave me with 2. Let's see if that does anything. Oh, there we go. Feels like it was the way the season went for me anyway. Well, there we have it. Planeswalkers unfortunately went backwards already. 1 and 2, off to a great start, but then just couldn't do it. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at this deck again. Like I said, this is primarily best of 3 deck. Not surprised with those results, particularly against the aggro ones. We did not have any clearage there. We didn't get the life gain that we needed early on, and a lot of the other stuff that could have helped us. So, but again, as we were discussing, what would I have sideboarded in? I would have put Justice Strike in, Deafening Clarion, Solar Blaze. I probably would have dropped my negates. I maybe would have kept Lofty. Aether Gust I would have put in as well. And then put in that other Brazen Borrower for those last 2 matches. First one we did well. but again, those last two, just unfortunate the way it goes. So hope you enjoyed the matches. This is a great deck. I really enjoy it. I'm actually playing a different version of a best of one right now that maybe, depending on how it goes, I'll share with you guys. Want to keep that on the DL right now, but please feel free to subscribe to the channel down over there. You can like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter and Twitch to stay up to date. Hope you guys enjoyed the Four Color Reclamation and understand kind of that divergence that we talked about. And good luck with this deck list. It is available for you down below. All right, Planeswalkers, we'll see you again soon. Mythras out.